Hey everybody, if you have been betrayed, this video message is for you. I'm making this video message to talk to you guys about betrayal because I believe that every single one of us at some point or another has been betrayed by different people or the one person in our life that we least expected to cross us. But I want to share some things with you guys. Before I get to that, let me tell you guys something that happened years ago. I was reading the Bible years ago and I heard a scripture. Well, not heard, but I read a scripture in the Bible that says a man's enemies is in his own household. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I read that scripture, it scared me. It scared me. And I know you all may be wondering, why was she scared of this scripture? And I was scared of the scripture because I felt like, wow, so God, you're basically saying that a man's enemies is in his own household. So we have to now look over our shoulder at our mother, at our father, at our sisters, at our brother, at aunts or uncles or whoever. And I just felt like that was deep. And it was something that was always in my mind. And as time went on and I got older, I started to see that that scripture is very, very true. Because betrayal, it happens for different reasons and for, I guess, under different circumstances and situations. But when you are betrayed, it typically is someone that knows you well. It is typically someone you know well. Maybe your child, maybe your mother or your father, maybe a sibling, maybe a cousin, maybe an auntie or an uncle. It could be your spouse. Just to keep it 100% real, it could literally be your husband or your wife. And the people who are in your household that live with you and they eat with you and they see you every day, they know pretty much everything about you. They know what makes you laugh. They know what makes you cry. They know what makes you angry. They know what makes you happy. They know your faults. They know your flaws. They know mistakes that you are currently making or mistakes from the past that you have made. And so that sometimes makes the betrayal a lot easier. But I'm going to tell you guys something that I am learning when it comes to this particular thing. When you are betrayed, and I don't care who you are betrayed by, first the shock comes, and then it may be embarrassment, and then when you really, really get to yourself and you keep replaying it, then the hurt and the pain comes. And there may be some of you all who have been betrayed by someone, and what you want to do is you probably want to reach out to the person who betrayed you, and you want to have a conversation with them, and you want to ask them questions like, why did you betray me? How could you have done this to me? What was going on within you that made you cross me? I have been nothing but good to you. Some of you right now, you have a sibling or a child or a parent or a spouse who may have crossed you. They may have sided with someone else who they know are against you for different reasons. And you are trying to understand, and maybe you really believe in your heart, if you sit the person down who backdoored you, that you would get a straightforward answer. Or you may even believe that you would get some truth out of the person. But let me explain something to you guys in this video message. The first thing is this. When something kicks off in your life like this, betrayal, you have to understand that when it happens, the person who crossed you, it reveals who they really are. Sometimes, unfortunately, we are in the dark and completely ignorant to who other people are. And sometimes because it is our loved one and it is our family member, we automatically sometimes would trust them. We would just trust them because it's family. You hear people say all the time, well, I deal with my family. I'm close to my family. I get down with my family. I don't trust outside people like that. I rock with my family. But you know what? I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Sometimes those are the main ones who are sitting back in the cut, plotting, planning, and scheming against you. And it's very painful because these people in your household sometimes that do this, as I stated, they will side with the opposition. They will side with people that they know don't like you. They will side with people who are against you. They will side with people who they see trying to destroy you, trying to destroy your reputation, trying to slander your character and your good name. And like I said, I wanted you guys to understand that it just reveals who the person pretty much has always been. Now, your reaction, hear me when I tell you, your reaction to a person or people who have betrayed you, you know who it reveals? It reveals who you are. This is going to be difficult for you all to do. But I'm making this video message because I recently just experienced this. And I'm okay now because, see, when you've been betrayed, you get the hurt, the pain, and the shock. And you sit back and you like, wow, the nerve, the gall. But see, baby, when you are in God, you don't stay down for a long time. If God starts exposing and revealing people to you, baby, as long as you pray and get that thing to God, he's going to lift you right back up. And he's going to deal with you and let you know, okay, it is what it is. Now you see this person, or now you see these people for who they are. But who are you going to be? There are some of you right now, you watching this video message, and you know you have so much damaging information on people who have backdoored you. You have so much damaging receipts, many damaging receipts that you can release on people who have crossed you. You can humiliate them. You can embarrass them. You can turn up just as much as they turned up with you, and you can completely destroy them just with pure truth and receipts. But you know what? This is the season now where your character is now going to be cultivated. Sometimes until certain situations go down, there may be things within you didn't even know existed. There may be things inside of you, in your heart and in your spirit and even in your mind, and you didn't address it. You didn't get delivered from it. You didn't even know was there, hiding in a very ugly, dark place in the core of your soul. When someone crosses you and they talk down to you, or they go against you and side with other people, and they no longer want to be connected to you, and they want to side with your enemy, how you handle that person or how you handle those people, it is going to reveal to you who you really are and what you're really made of. This is going to be a season of humbling for some of you. And don't be afraid when I say it's going to be a season of humbling, because it doesn't mean that you're going to get tore down necessarily. But it's just going to show that in the midst of your rage and anger and you wanting to go and get revenge, God may just deal with you and tell you to be completely silent. He will tell you to be completely silent, to where you don't go out of your way to prove who you are. You don't go out of your way to tell your side of the story. And you don't go to try to get with the person who crossed you to get understanding as to why they did what they did. Some things are going to be left unsaid. You are not going to get all the details and all the information and every jot and tittle of what went down. Because let me tell you something that I found out about people who betray you. They are never going to be 100% honest with you as to why they crossed you. You will never have that full understanding. One thing I can tell you is somebody crossed you or they betrayed you. Sometimes when they side with the other side, it's for their particular benefit. They are benefiting from crossing you in some type of way, whether they are getting money, whether they are getting opportunities, whether they are getting personal gratification in some way, shape, or form. That's why I said it could be your husband or your wife who is in your household, and they may betray you. If they want to get sexual gratification, or they want to get revenge on you because maybe you cheated on them or you pissed them off in some way, and they have the opportunity to go out and sleep with somebody else and party with somebody else, and someone else is making them feel alive and like they on top of the world, they're gonna go against you. And while that other person that they dealing with is bad mouthing you and talking about you, they're gonna allow it as your husband or your wife, because that's gonna give them justification as to why they're cheating on you. You may have children that go against you and side with a family member or someone else because they are benefiting. They are getting money. They are getting gifts. They are going on trips. They are getting whatever they want. Where you're the parent that's giving them discipline. You're giving them structure. You're telling your child no, but they will go against you and side with the aunt. They will side with the grandparent. They will side with the uncle. They will side with the cousin. Because those other people are going to let your child do what they want to do. You will have a friend that will go against you, and they will side with the opposition because they are benefiting. Maybe they wanted certain information. Maybe they wanted a certain opportunity. Maybe the person that they went against you with, they own a business, and that particular friend wants to work with that person so they can get clout on their social media, so they can bring in more money and gain momentum. Be aware of this, guys. In this season, this is the season of exposure. But what I want you to do, and I'm going to end this message, start paying attention to what's in your heart. Start paying attention to what your character is. It is not your job to get revenge on anybody. I don't care how painful it is. And trust me, I take my own advice. I've been through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I have had people that have crossed me, but I do not seek revenge. I tell the truth, but I don't seek revenge. And in a lot of situations, I completely be silent. That's what this video message is. I hope this video message resonates with many of you who view it. Your character is going to be exposed to you, but what are you going to do with that? When somebody mishandles you and mistreats you and betrays you and goes against you, how are you going to handle that? What are you going to do with that hurt and that pain and that disappointment and embarrassment and humiliation? Are you going to get revenge? Are you going to turn up with that person or those people? Are you going to air out all of their dirty laundry to everybody else so they can get equal embarrassment and humiliation because that's what they did to you? Or are you going to humbly take that, give it to God, be silent, and continue to move on with your life? Because trust me, baby, karma is very real. And I keep telling you all, what people put out is what they get back. You reap what you sow. That's the video message. Well, guys, I know it's a sad time for you, But it's time for me to go. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything I've talked about today, it's okay, because I know you will forgive me in the morning.